What is up, guys? Freno1 here. Welcome to my live reaction and review for Detective Conan, chapter 1027, The Eyes of a Detective. So our last chapter for Detective Conan was about 6 to 7 weeks ago, so quite a long time ago. And pretty much we wrapped up the case of the murdered actor. We had Ran, Sonoko, her boyfriend, and of course Sarah seemingly somewhat poking Ran, trying to hint to her that maybe Conan is Shinichi and Shinichi and Conan are the same person. So I really liked that. That was very interesting. It's probably one of the more interesting things of the last few chapters. I'm really curious about what's going to happen in this one here. Yeah, I'm really curious. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't know too much about what's going to go on or anything like that. But without any further ado, guys, let's just get straight into this week's chapter. As always, if you guys want to follow along, you know what you need to do. Bring it up on your tablet, PC, whatever it is you read your manga on, and follow along. But without any further ado, guys, let's get straight into chapter 1027 of Detective Conan. We got our cover page here. We're currently looking at a card. What will the trump card in the deduction be? So Conan's there holding a joker. Something is happening in Nagano. The start of a long series. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a long one. Alright. I don't mind a long series. Alright, let's go. So we're starting with train. It looks like we've got Mori, Conan and Kara are on a train, happily heading towards their destination. So we've got the joker and four. This one? Alright, I got a pair again. You're weak, brat. This guy has always been too good at old maid, as expect of Mori sensei. So it looks like that's Bourbon. Yes! We got Bourbon! Bourbon or Amaro, he's there. You really have the eyes of a detective. They can pierce through people's hearts. What can I say? Things like this are like my speciality. I can just tell which one's the losing card. I should avoid drawing. It would be even better if you could tell the winning card. And yet, you kept losing when betting on horse races. That's Conan thinking there. No. Oh, so we've even got the other guys here. Interesting. The sushi chef. No. If there is such a thing as eyes that can identify a losing card, I'd really like to have them too. I'd be able to tell who the traitor is who's trying to pull one over on me. Like if a traitor tries to fob me off with some old fish at a high price. Okay. As expected of a sushi chef. You think so? Yo! Iroha Sushi. Speaking of which, why are the four of us even on a trip together? Takana's is kind of confused as to why all of them four are there. If I recall correctly, before we headed out, alright, so we're going to find out why. So 3 hours earlier. What? You can't go to Nagano. Hey, I've just finished all the urgent work now, and we only need to take the suitcase and go to Shinjuku Station. But why are you backing out so suddenly? Sorry, Sonoko, who was supposed to be coming along with us, came down with a fever out of the blue. I think it's just a common cold, but I really ought to visit her, and I can't just go on a trip leaving Sonoko behind in such a condition. So that's the reason why Ran isn't there. Okay, that explains a fair bit. Besides, you're going to Nagano for a case, right? Yeah. In that case, I've called someone more qualified than me. Qualified? Yeah. Someone you both know very well. Amuro Turo, waiter at the Cafe Poriot, and Mori Sensei's #1 apprentice. I love it. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, it's you. Do PSP agents maybe have a little too much free time? So that's what Conan, as we know, he's a security officer. So from memory, don't quite remember exactly, but I'm gonna have to look all that up. Anyway, it's been quite a while since I've done a Conan video. The owner of the cafe is going to an onsen with a friend, so the cafe is closed this afternoon and the whole of tomorrow, which means I can join your 2 days, 1 night detective trip. Then can Asusa-san come as well? No, I asked her, but She already had plans for tomorrow. That's unfortunate. So that's obviously I believe that was a waitress. The client requested I come with a group of 4 people. Do you have a fixed amount of food or for guests or something? Well, somehow have to find one more person to join us. I suppose someone who likes mysteries would be best. I don't want to invite Sarah for various reasons. So I like that. He's like, yeah, did you call? Okay. For me? So this is how they all came to be together. Alright, I'm Wakita-san from Iroha Sushi. From next door. Thought I'd ask Master Kodo to tell me about some of his cases. So I came by with some nigiri sushi as a present. But if you're looking for a fella to join you on such an interesting trip, please take me along. But what about your work? It's 2 days and 1 night in Nagano. I'll just tell the boss that my stomach isn't doing well, and that I'll be taking today and tomorrow off, and it's all A-okay. Okay. He's another one who just does as he pleases, huh? That being the case, please take good care of me. Master Kodo's #1 apprentice, was it? Yeah, likewise. I love it. The competition is on. Bourbon versus Wakita-san. Alright, who's going to come out as the #1 apprentice? So that's how it ended up like this. So that's explaining how it got to there. Sushi is so delicious. Indeed. Good thing I brought along this sushi in a wooden box. Anna? By the way, hasn't your eye injury healed yet? It was almost healed, but it was so itchy that I scratched it right up. And now it's even more of a mess than before. Want to see it? No, I'll pass. Well, would you please tell us soon the details of the case? Oh, I haven't told you about it yet. This weird cutout paper was sent along with a letter that I received last month. So he's pulling out the thing. Okay. So it's translation note means a long sound. Okay. This looks like a code. Then what was in the letter? The sender is called Nichihara Taisei. His old friend hanged himself in a closed down church deep in the mountains out in Nagano. But he never figured out the reason for his suicide. Okay. And I got a feeling that this paper here has something to do with suicide. Okay. He said that solving the cipher which was found lying below the corpse might reveal the reason behind his suicide. Thus he asked me, Sleeping Kogoro, to solve the cipher. However, depending on the content of this cipher, it might also turn out to have been murder, don't you think? Yes, the client said that was also a possibility. The crime scene is apparently still pretty much the way it was when the suicide happened. Say, you haven't met the sender of the letter yet, have you? That's right. We merely exchanged a number of letters and emails. I did receive the tickets for this train in an advance payment of 500,000 yen though. Well, at any rate, we'll meet them at the rundown church once we arrive. After taking a look at the site of the suicide, we'll head to the hotel in the client's car while listening to the details of the case. We'll have some thinking time to solve the cipher. We'll surely receive a warm welcome. After all, the one and only Sleeping Kogoro is coming in person. Right. You'd be laughing there. You know, typical Kogoro. He's a complete idiot, but I do like him. Alright, so we're at the church now. No one is coming to greet us. So we got Wakita Stacy. Maybe they haven't arrived yet. Oh, the door isn't locked. So it is an abandoned church after all. Let's go and wait inside for now. It looks like it's not been in use for a long time. But it looks like the sort of place where evil ghosts might live. Please stop. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Good thing Ran didn't come. Alright? Because I'm assuming Ran's really scared when it comes to ghosts and all that kind of jazz. Oh, so this is the chapel. It's quite spacious. So we've got someone's in here. Huh? Are you also here for Nietzsche's farewell party? So we've got Fujiri Raito, 27, a high school teacher. Nichi, farewell party. What's that? Hey now, there's no way you could be ignorant of him. Is there? So who's this guy? The one who committed suicide here 2 months ago. Nichi, are you saying that you came to this abandoned church deep in the mountains in the middle of a snowstorm without knowing about that? So we got Wada Kohei at 28, a company worker. Well, this region was pretty well known as a spiritual spot, you know. Though I suppose that was back when we were still in high school. So we got Kuraike Ikui, 27, an office lady. Enough idle talk. Let's get this over with quickly, since I took the time out of my busy schedule to come here. Kawasaki Yosuke, 28, a bank employee. Alright. So seemingly these people are all Nichi's friends. So I'm going to say this is a murder, and one of them is the murderer. You can say that again. This place doesn't seem to have any heating. So why don't we... excuse me. So why don't we end this quickly and have some hot pot together? We haven't met up for so long after all. So we're Nishino Sumiya, 28, a bartender. Do you know each other? Yeah. We were classmates in high school. Well, what's the plan after this, Fujiri, huh? I mean, you were the one who sent the message to come here, right? No. I got a message from Wada. What? I never sent such a message. It was Ikui who emailed everyone to come here, right? What are you talking about? We all came here because of Kawasaki-kun's email, no? I wouldn't do such a troublesome thing. I just came here because of Nishio-kun's message. As I said before, I got a message from Fujire. Hey. So it looks like everyone's just kind of message, and they all kind of got lured here. It loops back around. I see. So someone's been lying and scheming in order to catch you by surprise. Speaking of which, who invited you people here? We received a letter from someone called Nichihara Taisei. Wait, you must be joking, right? That's impossible. Because Nichihara Taisei is the one we called Nichi just now. The person who committed suicide here 2 months ago. What did you say? So someone gathered everyone here while concealing themselves. Okay. Interesting. What's that sound? Sounds like something collapsing. It can't be. The parking lot, right? Let's have a look. Oh no. The deck collapsed, sending everyone's cars downhill. Maybe the support pillars had rotted away. The church is pretty old after all. My brand new car. Don't set up a parking lot in such a dangerous place. Jeez. Looks like there's no choice but to have the police or the fire brigade come. Yeah. So it looks like they're all just walking around. We've got Bourbon and Conan in the background now. This is odd. Even though the church building is quite old, the sign alone is brand new. Hey, don't tell me someone purposely guided all the cars there in order to destroy them. If that's really the case, something might happen. I can't wait. What do you mean, something? Well, the situation is the staple of staples in mysteries, ain't it? The place where serial murders easily occur. The one and only mountain villa in the snowy mountains. A strange situation arose in the midst of the snowstorm. Interesting. And that's the end of the chapter, guys. Interesting. Alright, so not too much about what's going on, but we'll jump straight into the review, guys. Chapter 1027, guys. The Eyes of a Detective. Alright. Overall, we got pretty much how we end up in Nagano, why Ran is in there, and why Wakita and Bourbon are there with Mori. And Conan. So it's very interesting how this all kind of played out. Seemingly, Mori received a letter from the deceased, someone who committed suicide in this church 2 months earlier, plus a down deposit of 500,000 yen to be there for some reason. Why? We do not know. Right? Seemingly the case has something to do with the suicide, the supposed suicide, potential murder, and a lot of other things going out. We do meet the remainder of these guys' friends. So I'm just going to jump back here to give you their names. Where is it? So we got Nishio Sumiya is 28. We got Kura Ikue, Kawasaki Yosuke, Wada Kohei, and Fujide Raito. Alright? So they are the friends of the supposed deceased person. The question is going to be, what is this clue? What is this code that Mori was sent? He was sent a code and they need to figure it out. So I can't really put a picture up, but it's on. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3. It's on page 8 of this week's chapter, and there's a square within where it has Pimiyu, Kisashi, and Yuta. Alright? Yushita, Misayu, Pikitin. Alright? So, I don't know. Maybe something along this, within that box there, is going to help solve the case. Potentially have the murderer's name, or, I don't really speak Japanese, so I wouldn't be able to understand it. But so far, we haven't really got anything as in form of a murder or a crime. It's pretty much just Mori, Wakita, Amuro, and Conan have caught a train to Nagano, arrived at this church with these 4 other people who are friends with the person who committed suicide there 2 months ago, and each one of them received a message from other that just loops around, asking them to be there. None will really want to be there, so it's very interesting to see what's going on. Who's behind this? Who's the one that's orchestrating all of this? And why are they orchestrating this? That's the real question. But anyway, guys, overall, the art was solid. And besides that, not much else happened in the chapter besides them losing their cars and that being pretty much a niche place. A mountain village, a snowy mountain town where serial murders can happen quite quickly. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But yeah, I'm curious about how Bourbon, Wakita, Mori, and Conan are going to deal with this. Because obviously, as we know, Bourbon, Wakita, and Conan are very much detectives, while Mori is pretty much the comic relief, as per normal. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. And this is going to be a long series, so quite a few chapters. But anyway, guys, overall, the art was solid. It was clean, tidy. Didn't really notice anything, kind of rushed or anything like that. Because Gosho did take his time with this chapter. And I'm assuming with the remainder of these chapters as well. So I don't think art is going to be a problem. Progression, not a ton of progression, but just kind of explaining the situation and setting everything up for what's going to go down in the next few chapters. So that's why this week, guys, I'm going to give it 3 stars. Right? Pretty good chapter, a bit better than average, solid. I enjoyed it. Not the most hype, but not really boring either. So pretty much it's a very much a setup, a beginning chapter, setting things up, and that's pretty much all it is, and a pretty solid setup chapter. Anyway, guys, that is all for me. Let me know in that comment section below what you guys thought. Did you like it? Didn't like it? All that kind of jazz. And as always, guys, smash that thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. And of course, it's 100% and totally free. And we all like that free shit. And as always, guys, I'm Free01. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you guys next week with a live reaction and review. Peace.